I believe that this episode is going to be my most relatable podcast episode yet.
Into the settlement. Into the settlement. Damn. Into the settlement. Damn. Bad.
Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back to another episode of Thiccum podcast. Woo! Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of Thiccum podcast. What's going on? What's tea? I'm actually kind of excited for this episode. I'm actually a little hyped. I'm a little gassed because I feel like I haven't done a solo in a while, but not gonna lie, Thiccums, y'all not really feeling the solos. I'm looking at the analytics, I'm looking at the KPIs, and y'all not feeling the solos. I think you guys really like when I have guests, and I can see that too, but we still doing episodes solo. We need to catch up. And honestly, I just want to say thank you guys so much. The YouTube has been doing really well, and I just, oh my God, it's just so cool. I reached 80 subscribers, and to me, this is a huge number. I'm so excited. I just want to say thank you guys so much. But let's get into this episode. Let's get into the motherfucking episode. And I believe that this episode is going to be my most relatable podcast episode yet. I really do believe that. And yeah, y'all. So let's just get into it. So I deadass wrote a lot of things down that I wanted to talk about, but I actually want to just chat with you guys, and we'll go over how are you guys? Not how are you, corporate how are you? Because corporate how are you is how are you? I'm good. How was your weekend? Oh, I played with the dogs. I don't even own a dog. Tell me the truth. How are you doing? How are you actually doing? How are you doing since the election? How are you doing for those that are in America? How are you doing since the election? And how are you doing for those of you that graduated? How are you doing for those of you that still live at home? How are you guys doing? Because I can tell y'all how I'm doing. I've had enough. I've had enough. I saw a video the other day that the girl was, someone came up to her. Oh, y'all saw that? Someone came up to her and she's like, what do you do for a living? She was like, enough. I've done enough. I'm damn, another day. I'm very grateful though. I'm very thankful. Another day above ground. I'm very happy for that. But I don't know how I'm really doing. I feel like I've gotten used to just saying I'm okay. And it's so funny because I was actually just watching a sermon that was talking about timing and talking about how God is going to put you through the ringer. He's going to put you through disappointment so he can know how bad you either want it or how bad you trust him. Ha! I said I have to keep suffering. Because let's get into it. So I'm breaking this episode down into 4 categories. And if you are an audio listener, love you, but I would suggest you go to YouTube because there's going to be some parts that are a little there's going to be odd sounds, and it's because I'm breaking down the episodes. But if you're an audio listener, keep doing you. Give me them 5 stars and let's start. Y'all, I graduated college May 2023. And let me tell y'all something. Your girl has been applying for jobs. Okay, I've been applying for roles. The roles know me. Work days, is that the application people put on? They know me. The auto refill, they know me. Why am I still searching for my first full-time role? Why am I still searching for my first full-time role? And I am not mad at it because I am beyond grateful because I got a part-time job in the field that I'm interested in. But the part-time job don't be paying the bills. But I'm beyond grateful. And that's why sometimes I get nervous to actually not complain, but express how I feel. Because it can either come off as complaining or you're coming off as you're ungrateful. But no, I'm just I'm a talker. I'm a yapper. I gotta talk how I feel. And I'm pivoting in this climate I didn't think it was gonna be this challenging. Like, I'm literally so shocked. And okay, like, so for me, I've applied to so many different roles, and I've gotten interviews with so many companies that I'm beyond grateful for because it gave me the experience. But the thing is, I don't get to that finishing line. And then I was like, okay, so maybe it's the way I'm interviewing, and I'll change the way I'm interviewing. I'll change the way I'm doing stuff. And I'm like, oh my gosh, like, why is nothing changing? Like, why am I in the same rut? And I'm someone that, like, I'm really trying to not compare, because comparison is a thief of joy, and it sucks. Like, I'm trying to view Instagram differently. If you listen to my older episodes, I always talk about how I hated Instagram, how I'm trying to leave Instagram. But I just installed Instagram back on my phone like a month ago. And I did that simply because I realized that I need that as inspiration. I think I had to change my perspective on how I was viewing Instagram, because I was viewing it as a platform like, oh my God, this girl is going to Bali again. Oh my God, this girl's doing this again. But I started viewing Instagram as a place that I can get content to be inspired. And I think when I started doing that, it inspired me to actually like do this video. And not really fully this video, but it gave me inspiration. It gave me inspiration to push myself to do this episode. And also with the cool edits. That's what the content creators be eating on. Them editing content, like when they teach you step by step how CapCut works, that shit eats as hell. So I feel like I'm always one yes away to my vision. And honestly, like, I'm always thinking that I believe the fact that I dream so big, like, these have to be realistic. But then in times like this, I start to think, I'm like, Ijoma, should we pack this dream up and do something else? Because I'm seeing some people say that they've been looking for jobs for years and years, and I don't really want to be that. No offense to anyone that is searching for jobs for that long, because I respect you for the hustle and keep going, but how long is it gonna take? Like, I know this job market is so hard, and the thing I hate about, like, I will go through so many months and months of interviewing and almost getting to the finish line, and I don't make it because I'm lacking one criteria or qualification, or I'm lacking something, and I'm like, bro, what the hell? It's just so discouraging. But I'm really trying to understand that, like, as long as I wake up and I keep doing the thing I love, I'm gonna be okay. And as long as I keep applying, because I know the job that's for me is not gonna miss me, but I know that has to be it's so annoying to hear. It's so annoying to hear, because how long is it gonna, like, why is the job market so bad? And I don't want to break into another industry when I'm already trying to pivot into one. You know what you do? You put your hand in too many pots. It's not a good look. It's not a good look. And I don't want to do that. But I'm trying to understand, like, what exactly should I be doing to get where I want to be? Like, the job market isn't job marketing for us grads. And then there's another class about to join us. I'm like, bro, this pool is oversaturated. Take it away. Like, let us get jobs. And it's so funny because the people even before me are still searching for jobs. And I'm like, yo. Anyways. So, I don't know. It's getting to the point that, like, I just keep trying to distract myself with doing something different or doing something that's going to make me, like, feel better or whatever. But sometimes it gets to the point that, like, how long is this, like, how long is the waiting game? But when I listened to that sermon, I actually was listening to it as I was doing my hair. Guys, how do you like my hair? You know, at first, I don't like, this is the worst wig I've gotten. Because I was gonna make a video about this wig, but if you're not an influencer, the wig companies are scamming you. They're making their wigs so scanty. Guys, this is meant to be $250. Where? $250. Cut on my lip gloss. $250 where? This is meant to be $250 density. And I'm like, this is not $250 density. Like, they're skimping out so much product, and then they'll give the influencers the best looking wig. Yo, this is from West Kiss. And I bought my favorite wig from West Kiss. That's why I bought this again, because I like this color. They're improving with their lace, but they're skimping out products, and it's making me want to go back to creating wigs. Well, I did it again. I tried to control my life, and God said, not on my watch.
Not on my watch. Not on my watch.
He said, cut that out. He said, cut it out. Yeah, no. So I'm going to explain the story. So I've been, as someone that's pivoting, and I'm a plan A. Not plan A. I'm a type A. I'm the kind of person I'm always trying to plan out the next step in my life. Like, I really like to strategically plan it. But obviously, the curve is like when you're trying to get your life together, when you want it to be like a straight line. So I'm adjusting to the fact that like life is not going to always go the way I want it to go, which is understandable, especially as someone that always is so strict to scheduling. But I'm getting to the point that it's just like, damn, like I was trying to have so much control in my life because I was like, so let's say, for example, one of the plans I had, which involved me getting into a program, I finally got into the last stage of the interview. I'm like, bro, my plan is going to work. Everything's going to work out. God said no, and I didn't get it. And it honestly was one of the hardest 2 weeks of this year for me because I was very confused because I had the interview with someone and the interviewer was laughing. She really they really gave that they liked me and it didn't work out. And I think for me, like that just even broke my soul even more because I've been in the same predicament for time and time again. And I'm like, Ijoma, what are you trying to learn? And I actually like sat down. I was like, God, what are you trying to teach me? And I'm like, are you trying to show me that you control me and I don't? Oh, like obviously you control your life to a certain manner, but like if you do believe in a higher being, like the Lord, he's in charge. And I think for me, like it was kind of like an eye opener thing. I was like, wow, like I actually need to give him control because I'm tired. I cannot do this by myself anymore. Like me trying to control everything, it gets to the point that I'm just like, oh my God, like I want everything to go a certain way and it's just not going to go that way. And you know what's so funny? That also taught me I need to lower my expectations. I have very high expectations of people and I expect people to do things a certain way because that's how I do it. But I was just like, girl, you need to relax because she's not going to do it the way you want it. You need to lower them expectations. But I hate that because I want someone to match the expectations I have for them. But sometimes it's like you're putting their you're putting them on such a high pedestal that it's not gonna reach, Ijoma. Like you need to lower your expectations to reduce the amount of disappointment you get. I'm not gonna lie, guys. Once I started doing it, life got a lot easier. Life got so much easier because I started be like, I don't expect much from you. I don't expect much from you. You're not doing anything for me. And I realized that and I was like, okay, whatever. But yeah, guys, I feel like having control in your life and like, if you believe in God, you need to understand that he's in control and like all you need to do is just do what you think you need to do and consult with him. Like he needs to be in your panel of judges. He's legit the main panel of he's the honorable. He's the honorable chief. God is the honorable chief of your panel of judges. Okay? Let's say that again. God is the honorable chief of your panel of judges. He's the one that his decision matters or not. Because one thing about it, that I'm going to think I'm the honorable chief of my own decisions, and God's going to be like, who you think you are? Going to set me back. When it comes to disappointment, how you react to the disappointment and how you choose to keep God in your life, it's going to help your next move. It's either if you move away from him, he's going to set you back a couple more years or a couple little more time until you realize what he's trying to teach you. I'm like, is this a game? It's a game because I didn't sign up for the game. But I mean, I'm here and I'm already devoted to it, so let's go. But sometimes it gets a little draining. I've gotten to the point that I'm asking myself, do I either pay for rent or live at home and pay for mental health? Which one am I doing? Because the mental health is declining, y'all. Is going down, okay? And I feel like paying for rent is not sounding that bad. But in this economy, I just told y'all about my part-time job problem. In this economy, yeah, no. So I don't really know. But living at home with African parents has been a struggle. It has been such a struggle for me, especially because I'm trying to go into a field that's different than what my family members are used to. And my parents really do seem they're not as supportive as I would like, honest to God. Like, I would want them to be like a certain, they're just not supportive. Like, I think that's the best thing to put it as. Like, they support me physically with like shelter and food and everything, but I don't think emotional awareness is lacked. And it gets to the point that sometimes it gets so frustrating because I'm clearly working, but they don't see it. Do you know how many times my parents are probably looking at me like, why don't you have a job? And I'm like, I have a job. They don't see it as a job, which is quite frustrating because you're doing things to better yourself and they don't see it. And because they don't see it, they're obviously going to comment and they're going to make you feel worse. They're going to make you feel worse. And I can see why people move out and never come home. I get it now. I mean, I've always gotten it, but I get it even more now. I get it a lot more now. Sometimes I feel like I'm only safe in my room. And I hate to say that out loud. I only feel safe in my room. When I walk out that door, I don't feel safe because I feel like there's so many bullets behind my back. And it gets to a point that all these challenges are starting to dim my light. And if you're not strong enough to handle it, I don't know how it's going to work out for you. And sometimes for me, I start to question. I'm just like, bro, like, I don't feel great about this, or I don't feel strong, or I don't, like, it's just, I want people to understand that, like, I don't dislike my parents. Like, I think a lot of people that know me may think I dislike my parents because of the way they react to certain things. But I do think that when I was in school, the relationship was better. Living in a close proximity with my parents is making me resent them. And I don't like that. And I think resentment only gets worse when you stay in the same proximity as them. So I think that's kind of goes towards my new goals of like trying to figure out what I want to do. But I don't want the feelings I'm having when I leave my room to grow, because as I was saying before, like, I'm nervous to leave my room. I'm nervous to like be who I want to be. And sometimes it's holding me back, and I don't like that. I don't like it at all. But that's why you have to keep working. Despite of everything your parents tell you, you have to keep working, because I don't think God will put this vision in your head if he didn't see it for you. Because some people really don't dream big. And if you're blessed enough to dream big and think ahead, you have to use that to your advantage. And no matter what someone says, your parents, your family members, your lover. First of all, if your lover not in for it, bye. Oh my God, guys, I broke my nail. Kind of hurts. Anyways, yeah, like, they need to leave. And it gets to a point that it's either you're going to set strict boundaries or they're going to have to understand. But the thing with, I think the thing with my kind of African parents, because I feel like in the world, there are two types of African parents. They have the ones, I feel like all African parents are actually, you have three. You have the African parents that from birth, from the beginning of time, they were always laxed. They were always the ones that were with the shits, with the times, with the everything. Then you have the African parents that are just strictly traditional, that they are not flexible at all. Then you have the African parents that are very strict, but with time they become flexible. I have number two. Number two, I have number dos. And it gets to a point that this is why we set boundaries. This is why we set the word boundaries. Because there's only so much you can take. And when you have a vision so big in your head of what you want to be and what you want to do, and you believe in God, like, you will be okay. And I feel like I talk about this every solo episode because I'm really reminding myself that, Ijoma, you're gonna be okay. Thiccums, you're gonna be okay. We're gonna be okay. I get it. We're in a hard area. We want to do arts. We want to do whatever you want to do that you're passionate about, that there's someone behind you that's telling you don't do it. Not on my watch. Leave me the fuck alone. Cutting you off. Boundaries. Let's go. Next segment. Boom. As a known people pleaser, shit's getting out of hand. I'm noticing people are treating me the way that I do not want to be treated, hence where the idea of lowering my expectations of people, as well as putting them in their place. I'm putting you in the same place that I believe you're putting me in your box. Because everyone views someone in, like, everyone places someone in a box. And sometimes I feel like I place people a little higher than the way they place me. But the thing about, I'm the kind of person that I'm either all the way with you or I'm not with you. And I'm really not with a lot of people. I'm placing the boundaries because I feel like it's hindering my mental. And that's all I care about. My mental is the number one thing, and it's hindering it. It gotta go. It gotta leave. Caputo. I don't know what that means. As a known people pleaser, I'm someone that I will people please, and I would really start people pleasing until I'm really in pain. I'm in shambles. Shambles. Ha! You know what song's been in my mind? Truth is I'm tired. Whoa, where are you? Anyways, and sometimes I have a friend that she's always like, damn, IJ, you're so strict. Like, I have a friend and they would say, I'm strict. I'm strict because I'm sensitive. I'm strict with boundaries because I'm a sensitive person. I'm strict because I don't like the way you treat me, and I don't like the way that you react to certain situations that we're in. I need to put a wall up on my side because you're making me feel a kind of way. I don't feel safe. And I think once I started placing those boundaries, and it's uncomfortable as hell. As someone that loves to be a people pleaser, it's uncomfortable as hell to put in place a boundary, but it helps you. When you reflect back on the person you were, when you focus on pleasing other people and you start to focus on yourself, you see so much growth in yourself. You see so much growth, and you notice that all that dead weight was what was holding you back to begin with. Also, it was clouding your mind so you could even think about your future. It's crazy, guys. But however, with placing all the boundaries, there's a little con with it. I notice I get very self-centered very fast. And I've actually had an episode. It's so funny. The thing I love about podcasting is that, like, I've been doing this for so long. Like, I started podcasting when I was 19. And I'm 23. Oh my God, guys, I'm a Sagittarius. My birthday was last week. Yay! But anyways, the reason why I like podcasting is because I can listen to what I was saying before, and I'm like, I don't like this mindset I have. I'm going to change it, and I'm going to re-say it, and I'm going to, like, redirect what I was trying to land at the first time. Because you can see your growth expeditiously. Like, you can just see it. And I think with me, I had an episode I was talking about, you're the main character. You're the only one that matters in this world. Yes, you're the only one that matters, but if you want a community of people, you need to consider other people's feelings as well. And I think that's something I lacked. I did not really care about other people's feelings. If I saw you were triggering me and I saw you were making me uncomfortable, I automatically cut it out. But I think what I'm learning as a growing adult is that I need to first speak on why that made me feel the kind of way. And if we can have a cordial conversation on it, that's when the boundaries are placed. Boundaries are placed when I feel triggered, and but the way I address the boundaries needs to be better. And I'm a person, I'm a human, I'm learning as I go. It's good to focus on yourself, but it gets to a point that like, am I focusing only on me and not focusing on the people behind me? That's what I had to realize. And I think it's just like, it's like different for every person. But yeah, that's kind of where I'm at. It's an interesting life. Overall, guys, I just really want to explain that. That's really how I've been doing. Those are the 4 things I wanted to really touch on. And we are going into 2025. Okay, and I have so many great guests coming on to 2025. I really just want to say thank you guys so much for watching me and liking me, and really the Thiccum we're growing, guys. Like, I really am excited for what's coming up next year, and I think God is going to show me so much more than I've ever imagined. Please hit that subscribe button. Please hit that like button as well on this video, and comment. I want to start engaging with you guys more. Also, if this is your first time ever seeing me, I don't know if I introduced myself, but I'm Ijoma. Hey guys. And if you're an audio listener on Spotify and Apple, please give me 5 stars. Also, follow my Instagram and my TikTok on the Thick of It podcast, guys, so you guys can see my shorts. But I really do appreciate you guys, like, reaching 80 followers. Like, that was so dope to me. Like, I was like, oh my God. Like, meanwhile, I opened my YouTube earlier this year, and I think, like, for me, like, I didn't have expectations, but I think once I started realizing that more people are coming and the Thiccums are growing, and guys, let's keep growing. Send this to your friends if they're African, if they come from immigrant households. Like, let's talk. Let's all talk about what we're going through. Like, I love to hear your story, and let's go. But overall, guys, I just want to say thank you guys so much, and really ask yourself, how are you doing today? Like, how are you really doing? Like, how are you really doing? And you know what's so funny? Like, I started doing this thing in journaling because this girl, her name is, I don't know her name, but it's called Ijoma, can you not talk? My brain is actually like fried. Like, I've been studying all day. But Balanced Black Girl, she said that what she does is when she journals, she talks about how she wants her day to go. And I think when I do that, it actually feels really good because it goes the way I want it to go. I'm trying to speak more life into myself. I think I've gotten to the point, and plus with the season, it's so dark out right now, I've gotten to the point that I get so sad, and I don't want that. I want everything to be calm, cool, collected. Like, I want it to be calm. I want to be positive. I want to be a positive girl. Like, I kind of lost my train of thoughts when we were speaking, guys. I think because I'm tired. But overall, thank you guys so much. And please ask yourself how you're doing today, and just really focus on yourself. And the win is coming. I think we're all one yes away from what we need. But overall, guys, we doing what we got to do. But I hope you guys have a blessed day. And I love you guys so much. Mwah.